Welcome, welcome, welcome to Excelling Kids and Families page. It's Bank Holiday Monday here in the UK, and it's such a great time. We give God the praise. We are so blessed for this opportunity and the grace to come our children's way. As always, I am so excited. How are you all doing? Our beloved excelling kids and our parents, our dear parents. Thank you so much for joining us. Please kindly share. Let somebody know, let a neighbor know, let a friend know, let your kids and teens especially know that we are live and get them ready to join us. It's going to be an awesome lesson today, a lesson that will stay with them for the rest of their lives and is going to make a very positive impact in their lives. So God richly bless you. It's only a short lesson. When we come your way live Monday 7 p.m. this time, we only here for half an hour and potentially it's going to go down to 20 minutes. Just sometimes this information is too much and still very valuable, and we do not want to hold such great information back from our beloved children. So God richly bless you. We are making a start very soon, very soon. And summer is coming. I hope that you are all looking forward to the summer break. And no wonder, as I was getting prepared for our lesson, I'm like, wow, why this topic? And I was reminded that summer is coming, and very soon our kids are going to have the holidays, and with the holidays comes a lot of time on their hands. And so this topic is going to go a long way. It's very seasonal, very appropriate to prepare them so that they can spend their summer holidays very effectively. And that is what we would love to see. Thank you so much. Yep, a couple of people have joined. Those on YouTube, we welcome you as well. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. God richly bless you. And we are talking about laziness. I know that most of my excelling kids, or I would love to say all of my excelling kids, are not lazy because we have been doing so well. We have been learning a lot. But today's lesson is going to prepare us, going to remind us in case we find ourselves drifting to that path, so that we can bring ourselves back in line. And perhaps if you already find yourself in that trap of laziness, you will be able to pick yourself up. You'll be able to pick up some tools from our lesson, from our series of lessons that we'll be doing this month of May. So do not miss any of our Monday live sessions in this month of May. We'll be looking at this topic, laziness, and we are going to learn so much from it. I trust that you have your notebook and our wonderful book, the Bible, with you, which we love to make references to. Now, I've got the title there, Who is a Couch Potato? Who is a couch potato? This is a catchphrase, and I wonder if any of our kids or even our parents have heard of this catchphrase before. If any of our parents have heard of this catchphrase before, who is a couch potato? I'll give our kids and our families a moment. Today is bank holiday, so let us have our children on board so that we can have an interactive session, because when it's interactive, it really goes a long way to help them to remember the lesson very well. So who is a couch potato? Does anybody watching us know? Maybe you might be watching later. Please do put it there before I reveal the answer. Okay, anybody come in before I review the answer? I don't want to spoil it, just in case somebody wanted to tell us before I let the cat out. So who is a couch potato? Have you heard that catchphrase before? Well, to give you a clue, it relates to the topic that we are talking about, and we are talking about laziness. So linking a couch as the couch that we sit on at home, our sofas, watching TV, relaxing, as my kids will put it, chillaxing, enjoying ourselves, putting our feet up, not doing much. But instead of a person sitting in the couch, we are saying a potato. So a couch potato. Oh, well done. Well done, my excelling case. God richly bless you, Emmanuel Joel Stella, who a person who doesn't do anything all day. Well done. So they basically sit down in the couch, all right, and they keep watching television. And this catchphrase, I believe it started in the 1970s, so way before most of our kids were born. And so it relates to sitting down and watching TV all day and doing nothing. But in our times, guess what? The TV is no longer on the table or on the wall. It's right in our hands, right in our beds, we have it all day, all day long, working with that everywhere. And that TV is our phones, our tablets, our laptops. So a couch potato in this current or modern times will be the person that is with their phone all day, the whole time, lazying around and not doing much, not doing any work. The person do not want to come off their phone to do the thing that is needed, that is required. You have a work that is very, very essential. For example, your room needs tidying, but you just cannot be bothered. You cannot be asked because you are glued to the phone. You sit down all day, tapping away your phone, messaging, getting so distracted by all the alerts on the phone. So that will be a couch potato person. And I'm sure that nobody wants to be a couch potato. None of you listening to me wants to be a couch potato. Now, maybe you haven't, or maybe you have. Have you ever been accused of being lazy? Have you been told, oh, you are so lazy? How did you feel when you hear those words, somebody telling you that you are lazy, or maybe even accusing you of laziness? I bet it wasn't a great feeling. I mean, I was told I was lazy when I was younger, and I remember being very, very sad because I did not want to be lazy. And I can understand if any of you feels that way or have felt that way when you were told that you were lazy, or maybe perhaps you felt embarrassed, you felt disgraced because somebody else heard it. And I was reading, somebody shared a story. They were taking a walk to the park, and then they met a parent and their little boy. The boy is around 8 years old, and the boy said to himself, oh, mom, I'm so silly. And the mom responded, oh, you are not silly, you are just very, very lazy. And the person said he just watched the boy's shoulder just shrug back. The boy was so sad. And so yes, when we are labeled or tagged with laziness, there is a feeling in us that do not want that tag, that labeling, because we are not made to be lazy. So if you are feeling bad when you are told you are lazy, it is natural, and your spirit, your body is telling, your mind is telling you that laziness is not good, and so you need to watch out. Maybe you are doing things that seem is making you appear to be lazy, and you need to watch out, snap out of it. So feeling all embarrassed, sad, even angry sometimes, being called that, it's okay. But as long as you do something with that, meaning that you use that to change and say that I am not going to be a lazy person, I am not going to be called that, and changing your ways so that people begin to give you a different label, a different tag, a different name, that, oh, this person, they are so diligent. And the opposite word for laziness is diligent. This person is so diligent. They are so smart. They are so, hardworking. They are so active. And when you hear those words compared to the word of laziness, you begin to feel happy, you begin to feel fulfilled. It pumps you up, you feel, and that feeling is the natural, the feeling of how we are made. It resonates, it falls in line with who God has made you to be, that hard-working, diligent person. We are not saying that you shouldn't take a rest. No, that is not what we are saying. But what we are saying is that make sure that in taking rest, you are not overdoing it to the point where you do not want to come out of bed when it is time to go to school. It's such a drag. No, as long as you make sure that you had enough sleep, when it is time to go, somewhere with your parents, especially go to school, go to church, go out to the shops, and it's time to wake up, you wake up and not find yourself trapped in laziness and wanting to sleep longer than necessary, longer than you actually need it. Now, there's a story in the Independent newspaper that I would like to share with you. The reporter titled this story, "The Age of Physical Inactivity, How Laziness is Killing Us." This was written some time ago, back in 2015, but it's still very much true, and even more so, very, very true in the times that we are living in right now. And you will find out soon why I say that. Thank you so much for joining us, all of our family. Thank you for your comment, our Adiola family. God bless you so much, Mama Titi. Much appreciated. So the newspaper story says that laziness is killing us. When it says us, it's like it's talking about the nation, the people everywhere. Majority of people are getting lazy these days. And the article really stressed that laziness among children, it said that more than 1 in 3 children dislike exercise. Is that true? Do you find that more than 1 in 3 children in your class group dislike exercise during PE time? How people's feelings towards that PE exercise session? Are they like, oh, not again, or are they excited about it? I hope that it's the opposite, that they are excited and they like it very, very much. Now, this 1 in 3 children who are in primary school that do not like exercise, the sad thing is that most of them are likely to grow up with that kind of lifestyle of being inactive, spending most of their time sitting on the couch, sitting in their sofas at home, sitting these days, we have the armchair, the swivel chair, sitting in front of their laptops all day with very, very little activity. Now, the newspaper went on further to say that it is getting worse, and you agree with us now, due to the increasing presence of online activities. You are sitting down right now watching us online. Few years ago, we wouldn't be doing this online. We would have booked a hall. There would have been a classroom that you would all have to walk to if it was in your local area, or you would have to take the public transport. You would have to take the bus or the train or even the car. But there would have been a shift, a movement, an activity to walk towards this lesson. But here we are at the comfort of your home, and I can assure you that most of you are watching me sitting down, right? And so the increasing presence of doing things online is going to make things even worse for all of us, not even only children, even as adults. If we don't take care, we will find ourselves sitting down most of the time, and before we realize, the comfort of sitting down is taking over and moving us into laziness, which we cannot afford in our life at all. Laziness cannot be allowed in our lives, and I'm sure that you all know that, and we will share a few examples why it cannot be allowed, why we shouldn't entertain it, and when we spot it, we must put a stop to it. Yes, when we spot laziness, We must put a stop to it. So I hope that you heard those words, stop, spot and stop. All right. So if when you rhyme it like that, it will help you to remember it very well. Now, obviously, the article or the newspaper story was talking a lot about the physical activities and laziness around that type of lifestyle, physical side of life. But there are also the two other areas of our lives that we need to make sure that we do not allow laziness to creep into. And these two areas are our mental activities. The mind is so essential for our fulfillment, for living a life that is worthwhile, a life that will give glory to our creator. And so we should never neglect our mind, our mental exercises, our mental activities, which learning is a very big part of. Reading is a very big part of. So if we find ourselves becoming lazy readers, that we don't want to read, we will prefer to play rather than read. We will prefer to watch pictures, to message our friends rather than read. We are not keeping our mind active. We are not putting our mind. Thank you so much for that. You spot and you stop laziness. You spot and stop laziness. I love that. Thank you so much. So our mental exercise is one area that we should not allow laziness to creep into. The other aspect of our lives is our spiritual side, our spiritual exercises, our spiritual activities. And by that, we mean our relationship with God, our prayers, the reading of our Bibles is so important. If we say, oh, we're going to do that tomorrow, oh, we will leave that till we get to church, oh, we will leave that till, mom is ready for us. Guess what? That is procrastination, and it's a sister of laziness, right? That is my own, sentence there. That encourages laziness. So we need to take care of these three areas of our lives. Be active in those areas of our lives, our physical, our body exercise, and it's very important. Reading, taking our books seriously. And I always say to my kids that, and all of our excelling kids, that learning is not only in the classroom, it's not only in your school blocks. Learning as part of life, as part of your life, daily learning, taking pleasure in learning is very, very important. And the person that is able to do that diligently, that person is the person that ends up winning in life. That is the person that ends up being fulfilled, being happy, staying on top in life. So it's very, very important. Now, the article did say that laziness is killing us. And I must add to that laziness is very, very costly. It is deadly indeed. It is very dangerous. And this is highlighted in so many verses in the Bible. No wonder the Bible warns us, because as I said earlier, we were not created to be lazy. And so I'm not surprised that there are over 20 Bible verses that talks about laziness, that warns us against laziness. And I will share one of them with us that we can keep as part of our memory verse bank. Now, why do we, see laziness as costly, as dangerous, as deadly? Let's look at this example. When a person, let's say our couch potato person, sits all day doing very little or doing nothing, what do you think is going to happen to our couch potato person? They are going to what? Put on weight. They are not going to be healthy. It's going to affect their life. They will get sick. They will start to, attract diseases into their lives. And I'm sure that you all know how important it is for us to keep our health a priority, take care of our health, and that part of it is exercising, is eating very well. Some people are even lazy when it comes to eating healthily. They will rather just grab, a fast food rather than take their time and cook. I mean, you are kids now, so you don't have that responsibility, but we have people who have grown up to become adults, and they are when it comes to taking care of their health, one of the areas is that they are lazy when it comes to cooking healthy meals for themselves. And you agree with me that that would only mean their health suffering, becoming sick, becoming unhealthy, and that can be deadly to that couch potato person. Another example is a person who refuses to work. When a person refuses to work, thank you so much, my beloved George family. Thank you for the engagement tonight. It's awesome. Keep it coming. Another example is when a person refuses to work, what do you think is going to happen to such a person? Again, our couch potato. The couch potato won't go far in life because they haven't done any work to earn anything. That is spot on. And that is my next example, as if you can actually read my mind, my beloved George family. God bless you. So when a person refuses to work due to laziness, they can't get paid. Okay, as the comment there says, and they end up getting nothing, having nothing. They will not be able to afford life essentials. And this, for your age is learning. If we replace a person that refuses to learn due to laziness, that same person will end up not having a good job, not having a great career, not having a great motivation and desire, enough knowledge to improve their lives, to make their value in the marketplace in the future a great one. So they will end up not being able to afford the best things in life, not being able to even afford the minimal things. Such a person may find themselves on the street because they cannot afford to live or pay their rent. They cannot afford all the healthy food that we have been talking about. And so we can say that such a person is on their road, or on the road to perishing, on the road to exiting this life, or on the road to living a meaningless life. And so we have to watch out that laziness can be very dangerous, can be a dangerous lifestyle. So as we are growing up, let us keep that at the back of our mind to not fall for it. It can be very tempting, right? And when you look at the pictures on my right hand side there, you can see the faces of the two kids at the top with their game consoles, how excited they are, relaxed and very, very happy. When you look at the picture, the picture of the kids in the middle, as you can see, their faces, they are looking at the work in front of them like, oh bother, we can be asked. But we should understand that we cannot afford to be lazy when it comes to acquiring knowledge, acquiring understanding, getting the wisdom that we need in life. Because the Bible even says that lack of knowledge, lack of understanding, lack of wisdom, people perish just like that. So we need to be careful that we are not lazy when it comes to acquiring knowledge. Very important. And let me introduce our memory verse here to add to your bank of memory verses. Proverbs chapter 10 verse 4 says, in lazy hands make a person poor. Lazy hands, I think something is missing there, but basically lazy hands makes a person poor or brings poverty, but diligent hands brings wealth. So lazy hands brings poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. There you go. Very important. Note it down and get the verse from your Bible, the version that you have. We only have 30 minutes for our lessons this day, so we don't have very long to go. We'll be closing soon. So as we have been talking about laziness, you might have already caught the meaning of it, the understanding of it, but it's always good to put a definition to it to help us to understand it very well. So laziness simply means the unwillingness to spend your energy, your effort on the necessary activities and assignments or chores or tasks that you consider to be difficult or uncomfortable. And I would say that they might not necessarily be uncomfortable or necessarily be difficult or challenging. Is you have made it up like that in your mind so that you don't want to do it. So let us take that definition, and each time we are looking at a piece of work in front of us, a home chore or a piece of homework in front of us, have a think that is it really difficult, or are we just saying that to ourselves so that we give into laziness? We must take a note of that. Now, in closing, I would like to share with us the three kinds of laziness to spot and stop. To spot and stop the three kinds of laziness. Now, number one is indolence, which is another word which means lazy. So, indolence is avoiding the required work. So, one type of laziness is simply avoiding work when it's required. And you're not doing anything, but you just do not want to work. You just do not want to do much. You're just like the couch potato, sitting down and doing nothing. And the second kind of laziness is the laziness of like feeling hopelessness, that you can't do the task ahead of you. You cannot do the assignment, and you find yourself thinking or saying these words: I can't do it. I don't have time. I don't have enough resources. I don't have the help. When you begin to hear yourself use those words, it's a kind of laziness where you feel hopeless, you feel helpless, that you cannot do it. And when you begin to feel like that, already you have given into laziness. It's not going to motivate you, it's not going to move you to do the work that is required. And the third kind of laziness, now this one is a disguised one, so you have to take note of it. It is the kind where a person seems to be doing something. So as a child, you might think, I'm not lazy, I'm doing something, I am playing, and that is doing something, right? But is this something worthwhile? Is this something that is valuable in the long term? Is this something that is going to get you the desired results to have that great future you are desiring for? No. If you find yourself, and I know that this is very, very relevant. This is very, very relevant in the country that we are living in, the UK, in the US, in the Western countries. Our kids have so much to do that if care is not taken, they might miss actually doing the things that are valuable, that are most important, and will bring them greater rewards in the long run. So as you can see, laziness can give a person the immediate pleasure, the immediate satisfaction of that, that game, that enjoyment. But when it is over, it is finished. But diligent work, such as reading your books, making sure that you get the best results from primary school, from secondary school, those rewards or results last you a lifetime. You are able to build on those things. So those gives you what? Deferred gratification. I know it's a big word, but most of you are teenagers now, so you might have heard it, or will come you meet it later, at a later point in time in your life. So you realize that being hardworking, sometimes it might seem like you are not getting the satisfaction and the pleasure immediately, but take this encouragement that in the long run, when you work hard, you will receive your reward. You will have the joy of the work that you have put in. So always encourage yourself. And when you see yourself drifting to laziness, speak to yourself that, no, I'm not going to settle for this immediate pleasure. I am going to reach out for the long-term reward and fulfillment of my labor. And as I'm saying that, it doesn't mean that never take rest. No, do take rest. Rest is very, very essential. But what we do not want is making rest permanent, making it excess in your life. That is what we want you to spot and stop. Right? So God richly bless you. This is where we bring our lesson to a close. I trust that it has richly, richly blessed you. God richly bless you. Now, I would like you to keep this lesson in mind. Watch it again if you missed any part of it. Share it. Let others know. It's been such a blessing to myself and our beloved excelling kids. Now we're talking about, mental exercise, taking care of our minds. We have an initiative that we have put together. It's called Reading Friends Party, and we want to help our children to be children that love to read, that are never lazy when it comes to reading their books, reading their storybook. Basically, we want them to read for pleasure, reading to become a lifestyle. So we have this amazing program and they're gonna love it. It's fun-filled, it's entertaining, it's engaging. Even the title itself, when you hear it, when I say it, I get excited. It's titled Reading Friends Party, Reading Friends Party. So if you want to be part of this program, please let your parents know to contact us and we'll be able to give them further details on how they can take part of this amazing program that is coming to excelling kids. I'm so excited. I'm sure that many of you can feel my energy tonight. It's by the grace of God, and I am so grateful for all of your support. Guess what? I think I already showed it. I have got something to share with us. Guess what I have in my hands? And the amazing thing is that this thing I'm about to share, I'm about to show you, got delivered today, right today. Yes, hot delivery. It was bank holiday, so I was thinking maybe it's not gonna turn out, but Amazon did say that it was going to deliver it. And it is none other than our own excelling kids maiden book, Friendship Choices. We have it in the print version. Guess what? I am so excited, and I honestly I don't know how I'm gonna how I'm gonna sleep tonight because I am so grateful to God and to each and every one of you. Because if it had not been for excelling kids, I don't know, this dream that I've dreamed for so long to write a book, I would not have been pushed. I mean, there was one area that I was actually being lazy when it came to writing. I had so much in there to write, but I was being lazy. But thanks to Excelling Kids Club, you guys motivated me, you cheered me on, you prayed for me, and here we have. So I am celebrating with you all. You all must celebrate with us. The book is launching very, very, very soon, and you'll become available. I know that you have your ebook version, but oh my God, as an excelling kid, to have your own hard copy on your bookshelf, I know that you feel so proud of this club and so proud of your amazing teacher who I have been here serving you for. It's coming to 3 years this year. It's going to be 3 years, and I am so thrilled. God richly bless each and every one of you. Indeed, hooray, and indeed, hallelujah, glory to God for this amazing, amazing, amazing results. You see, when I put in the hard work, guess what? Now I am celebrating. Now I am rejoicing compared to when I was putting it off, when I was procrastination. Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. Yes, I did have a good rest, but when I put a stop to being lazy at writing, guess what? Here I am now. Here I am now with that reward in my hands. And I don't know, I don't know how to explain to you the feeling. It is over the moon. I am so excited. I am so happy, and I cannot sing in praise and thanksgiving song to our God who has helped me. Yes, God is always there to help each and every one of us. That is why He doesn't want us to be lazy, because the only way He can help us if we stop being lazy and start working diligently. He blesses the hands, the work of our hands, and it brings us joy. It brings us health, it brings us goodness, it brings us blessings. So let this encourage you. This is a testimony to all of our beloved excelling kids and families. God richly bless you wherever you are. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. I know we've got few hours left for our bank holiday, to be over. God bless you and protect you. Keep each and every one of you. And my prayer, as always, that you will keep excelling. Every child connected to Excelling Kids Club, I know that your parents and our community will come and will testify that these amazing seeds that we have been sowing every day did not get corrupted, but indeed it will bear great fruit in your life. So may God richly bless you. Thank you so much, my George family. Thank you. God bless you. Have a wonderful time wherever you are. We're coming your way one more time next week, Friday, still on the topic of laziness. There's so much to learn. I was even surprised. I thought it was going to be one session, but I have so much notes. I said, you know what? I'm going to do it in 3 lessons. So we are going to top it up and build on this amazing foundation we have had today. God richly bless you. Take care and have a good time. Bye. Yeah, hooray. Thank you so much. Let me leave you. God bless you. Bye bye. Bye.